welcome to the BF Anderson Technical Report for July 26th. You know, the market is mostly efficient. It's not completely efficient, but mostly efficient. In other words, it knows everything. Now, I'm looking here at a graph of gold. Gold is an interesting study. In a way, I have found investing in gold to be a total waste of time. A lot of people say to me from time to time, you know, if things really get bad and we go into Armageddon, you're going to be glad you have that gold. Now, you know, if you really think about it and you go into the grocery store, do you think that if everybody's out there starving and there's Armageddon, that a chunk of metal is going to really solve your problem? So anyway, that's another story for another time, but usually what rising gold prices mean is that everyone's fearful and there's fears of difficult times. Well, I want to make a point here. The price of gold is plummeting. It actually gave a death cross back in mid-May. You can see that the moving average is actually widening, which means that the price is falling so fast because I've got the 25 and 50-day moving average on here. The 25-day is dropping so quickly that it's creating a big gap. So gold is saying right now that things aren't bad. We're not in an Armageddon. Things are fine. The economy's doing well. Also, gold tends to be somewhat of a barometer of inflation. So really no inflation. We are really in an interesting time right now. We've got unemployment in great shape. Corporate earnings are fantastic. I mean, we're looking at 20% plus numbers for the S&P so far this quarter. So gold is dropping. Be aware of that. Now, another thing to be aware of, and this has a lot to do with inflation and so forth, bonds, and I've got here the 10-year U.S. Treasury note. Now, interest rates have been declining since 1982. So the bond market has been in a bull market for over 35 years. Now, all of a sudden here, we get into the financial crisis and, interest rates come down to record low levels. I'm talking about levels that were lower than the Great Depression. So we're seeing here in interest rates, what we're seeing here is a double bottom. We tested 3%, pulled back, and now we're testing 3% again. If the yield on the 10-year Treasury were to break out above 3%, I think it's going to be meaningful for stocks because there is a correlation here. If you have rising interest rates, it means that there's a lot of economic activity, and it's usually pretty good for the stock market historically. Now, just looking and taking a quick snapshot here of the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ year to date. We're really looking good here. Now, we've gone through a consolidation phase here since the beginning of the year. Correction, rally, correction, rally. But this rally, we're breaking out to the upside, and we just hit an all-time new high. This is what a bull market looks like. And the small caps and the NASDAQ stocks, meaning the Russell 2000 for the small caps, this is growthy. This is saying that the market is discounting good economic growth. So things look good on that front. So let's look at the top five just to kind of get a feel for what's hot and what's not. This is Axon Enterprises, just hit an all-time new high. Now this is the old taser. Don't tase me, bro. I don't know if y'all remember that, but they are developing, and they have actually merged with their largest competitor, and they're getting very big in the cloud-based systems for police officers and military personnel, where they're incorporating video cameras into everything, and the police officer can basically run the system from his iPhone. It's really an interesting deal. So this looks good. Again, the medical stocks continue to look strong. Here's a Biomed, it's been on the list for a while. They are developing a breakthrough in heart pumps, where if a heart needs assistance or you need some type of pumping mechanism in your heart, they have that technology. This is another medical stock. Dexcom's been making our list, recently hitting new highs, looks in a strong uptrend. Turtle Beach, which is a gamer's headset, where you would, if you're a gamer. So the stock is just, gaming is big, and this is showing you how. Recently hit a new high. Again, back to e-commerce, which is another area that is very strong. See, this is Wix. Now, like I've mentioned before, there's several companies in this business. And what they basically do is provide the ability to develop an e-commerce web page so that if you want to compete with Amazon, or if you want to be on the internet, these guys are providing that. And another one to be aware of is PayPal, because PayPal links with these web pages, or electronic payment, some form of electronic payment. But I think PayPal is an interesting correlation to this. But anyway, Wix just hit an all-time new high. So all in all, what I'm saying is the economy's strong, the market's strong. Let's continue to hope for the best. Thank you very much.